Welcome back, everybody. This is Urban Shop Talk with Barry and Terry.
Terry Barry.
Terry Barry.
Barry Terry. Which one? You still haven't. Listen, you still haven't came up with a decision about what it is. So no, seriously.
Barry and Terry. Your shop. Matter of fact, what's going on with your shop? How was your week, and what's going on with your shop? Because there's some things going on with your shop. Let's hear about it.
No, it was good. We had a remodel going on, and the remodel turned out really well, and we're really proud of it. And people seem to really like it, which is good. And we're really thankful for our customers. Everybody came in and showing us love and all of that. So it's all good, man.
Remodeled shop. We were off last week. There was some things going on with the shop, some other things going on, but we are back this week.
No, he's not telling you guys the truth. He dogged you guys out for WrestleMania.
Well, that too.
WrestleMania.
That too. Hey, look, man, brother, gotta get my WrestleMania on. But we are back this week, and we did promise last week to do a review on Ghost in the Shell, so we will touch on that today. Also, today we do have a nice discussion that we want to get to, and I can't wait to get to because we are going to be talking about the top 5 actors in the game.
I'm ready to tell you about it right now.
We gonna get to it. We're gonna say that for later. That's the main event.
And
so we're gonna get to that later.
When we doing the actors right, we're only doing 5 of them.
We're just doing 5. So there's a lot of
cool.
people.
But this is the issue though. We're only doing 5. But we got an honorable mention too. So
there's an honorable mention.
I got about 4 honorable mentions
because you want to break the rules. But it is a top 5. A list of the top 5 actors is currently out right now, and we're going to get to that later. We're also going to talk about a couple of new TV shows that we've been watching that are really good.
Nah, man, it's good stuff, man. I'm hyped, man. I'm glad to be back, man.
So we are going to get into that. You had an address that you did the other day. What was going on with that?
With what?
You spoke to some people.
Oh man, yes. I had a chance to go back to my old high school and speak to some of the students. I'm appreciative that they had me there. That was really cool. Talking about entrepreneurship, which is something I'm pretty passionate about. So yeah, it was all good. Foster High School, class of '93. So.
You're dating yourself a little bit.
I am. Getting old.
He's getting up there, but that's all right. And so that was good. Congratulations for you to go ahead and speak to those kids.
I wonder if they were lying to me when they said I look like 21. I think they were lying, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
were they lying to me?
They said don't crack.
Yeah, okay.
They said don't crack. Yeah. People know what that means. So first I want to talk about Ghost in the Shell. I didn't get a chance to review it for you guys last week because of things, stuff that was happening, WrestleMania or whatever. But so I am going to talk about it right now, and it's crazy because this movie is actually looking like it's going to be one of the biggest bombs of the year financially. I think they're standing to lose about $60 million or so.
Also, it wasn't a good movie.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be. I mean, those Transformer movies make $1 billion every time, so that doesn't tell you.
Well, those are good movies, though.
No,
first one was
absolutely.
The first Transformers was a good movie.
Absolutely not. But this Ghost in the Shell movie did not do well, and I was disappointed because I was actually there were some things about it going on into the movie that I wasn't really sure about because I'd seen the original cartoon back in 1995. I wasn't a huge fan of the cartoon, but I thought it was interesting enough back when it came out. So I was interested to see what they would do with the technology they have now.
Okay.
And
a lot of CGI and all that.
Yeah, didn't work, man. That movie was not very good. I was not impressed. And the thing is,
you had to tell me about this movie because it's one of those movies that I was just like, okay.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to see that yet.
I'm not in a hurry to see either, but I will see it to let you guys know what I think.
And he doesn't really don't need to be in a rush to go see that.
Okay.
It's one of those ones.
Is it 2.5 stars? Is it 3 stars? Is it 4 stars?
2 stars might be what I would give
it. It has to be bad for him to say a 2-star movie. Has to be
this guy. 2 stars. Wow. Just because of there's the stuff you see in the trailer with the CGI and the visuals and things like that. They actually looks really impressive. It's a beautiful movie. It's gorgeous to look at. That's it. And when they say Ghost in a Shell, the movie's like a shell of a movie. It's like a hollow movie. It's just really good to look at on the outside, but there's really not much going on. And then, the big elephant in the room with the whole movie was the casting of Scarlett Johansson and the role that was supposed to be.
She's a great actress, by the way.
Great actress.
Great actress. Needs to be in more good stuff.
Good. I think she's
What's the last good movie that she was in?
Her. I liked her in Her. It's a Spike Jonze movie, I think it was.
Yeah.
With it had Joaquin Phoenix, and she was the voice of the computer.
Okay, I didn't see that.
So that's really good. Okay. But that's a good Scarlett Johansson movie. This one was not, and this one because I think like I think part of the problem with it and reason why it's not doing well, there was a really kind of a anti campaign about this movie because they didn't like the fact that they casted Scarlett Johansson in a role of the Major, which was a Japanese character in the cartoon. They have a legendary Japanese actor, Takashi Kitano, in the movie.
Does that bother you when they kind of cross
the
racial
whitewashing kind of thing? I mean, that's what they call it.
Yeah,
that's what they call it. Yes, it's a big problem for me, and that's one of the problems I had.
Some movies
they do it a lot. I'm gonna tell you why it's not working. I think this is a big problem because and for one, let me just get this out of the way. What goes in the show. The movie itself isn't great. Take away the fact of Scarlett Johansson being miscast in the role. The movie itself,
she's like, miscast because she's not Japanese.
Check it out. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay.
I'll explain in a minute. But the movie itself, as it moves, you'll like the first couple of scenes, and a lot of stuff you saw in the trailer are cool. But it really is really slow. It's really boring. The characters aren't interesting. They're very one note. It's just a really bleak and underwhelming. The action scenes aren't that good. It's just everything about it is just really slow and boring. And on its own, it wouldn't be good, even if she was perfectly cast in the role. So that's just that. The other hand of it, with Scarlett Johansson being cast in the role, okay. Now for me, somebody who had seen the cartoon and knew about the anime and I knew what the story was about, I thought it was weird that they had a white woman playing the role. Just because it's such a Japanese thing and a property and the whole culture of the movie is in Japan.
Hey, I know
check it out. Hold on.
It always has to be a racial.
No. Check it out though. Okay. I got over that when I was going to see the movie because I like Scarlett Johansson. I love Scarlett Johansson in most movies. She's great. And I was ready to see a cool movie. I thought the trailers looked good. So I put that to the side. Okay. You give it up. And just watch the movie and you take it on its own merit. But then there's a major plot point in the movie, and I won't give it away, but there's a major point in the movie where it makes no sense for her to be a white woman in that role. It just and the movie goes out of its way to try to shoehorn that thing in there, but it doesn't make sense.
I understand.
And it doesn't work.
A lot of people would agree with them. Right?
Question for you. So would you feel the same way about James Bond because they wanted Idris Elba to play James Bond? So I think he'd be an excellent James Bond.
Well, but then
you had people that said, "Well, wait a minute, James Bond is
right.
this white dude."
And
so would you have an issue with that?
But I think more than the fact of James Bond just being a white dude because he historically has been portrayed by white people in the movies, he's a British agent. So if you get a good British actor, which would be someone like Idris Elba, he's a good British actor. That's more important to the role.
Okay, I'm just playing.
I don't think there's any.
I think he'd be awesome.
Right,
but James Bond historically is. So you have to have it both sides. If you say you had a problem with certain things, because how would you not have a problem with that? I don't know. That's
I think that the entire premise of the movie is about this Japan culture and Japanese culture, and the whole thing about the movie is so rich with the Japanese culture and the look and what's going on, and for her character to be changed to be white, that would be okay. But then, like I said, you have to see the movie because there's a major point in the movie where that doesn't make sense.
Everybody's saying any man could be James Bond. You're right, but technically, the missions he's on, it couldn't be a brother.
Wait.
Unless you're in
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know about that.
They wouldn't know it's James Bond. He went to like Moscow.
I mean, he would stand out a lot more.
Wait, hold on, guys.
He would stand out a lot more.
You gotta mention who said it. Paris Davis.
What?
Paris Davis
said what?
Said any man can be.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe if you're in Africa,
there's a portfolio you gotta have to be James Bond.
You really do. It's not just
I don't know though. I think that the more important part of James Bond is that his British intelligence and he's 007. He's English.
If they were going to get a black man, it would have to.
Okay, but if they were going to get a black man, I don't know if necessarily Idris Elba could be.
Let me put it to you like this. And here's
kind of fictitious. I don't know if I could. And I like Idris. He's one of my favorite back.
Let me put it to you in this way. I don't want to look at necessarily something as big as James Bond because that is such an iconic character.
But James Bond's a great character.
It's an iconic character. But what I'm trying to say is, if you look at the recent track record,
Daniel Craig is the best James Bond of all time.
I don't know about that. I think Sean Connery would have.
Okay, Sean Connery, Daniel Craig.
But real quick, but let me talk about the recent history of movies that have had problems with people thinking that they're whitewashing things. they have not been successful. And I think that in this day and age, it's hard for them to be successful. There's movies like Exodus, Gods and Kings that came out with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale and all of those. No, Gods of Egypt is a different one.
Yeah.
I was getting to that. Gods of Egypt was
Thank
another
you, The
one.
Voice.
Yeah, The Voice. Gods of Egypt.
But that wasn't a good movie, though. It didn't
Wall,
matter.
with the Great Wall movie that had Matt Damon defending
That wasn't
the
a
wall
good
for
movie.
some-
I turned the movie.
What I'm
I
saying
can't watch
is,
that
though,
movie.
what I'm saying is,
It's
though,
a bad movie.
a
If
lot
it was
of
a
these
good movie,
movies-
you won't care.
I don't know about that. I think that a lot of these movies, people are ready to embrace other cultures and let them have their own shine and their own thing. You know, I think that that's the thing. I think because
I think sometimes we get a little too PC on things. Sometimes, to me, certain things are really good.
you think it's too PC to say you want to see more cultures embraced in their, especially in their own.
All I'm saying
in their
is you
own
can make
stories?
movies that it encourages that too, and make your own movies that can show.
You know what I want to do? This is what I want to do.
My goodness.
This is what. Hold on, real quick.
James Bond, I like.
I
like the way James Bond is.
This is what I want to do. I want to have a movie that's set with like King Arthur and the Round Table with all black cast. I want them to just do that to see what works.
And you would go. I
want to see how
you
they
would
go.
say it's a great movie.
People-
The movie's good. No, it's
Because
not.
people always have these things that say like oh, it's not
I
a
didn't
big
say
deal.
that.
I want to see that. I want to see.
I didn't say it's
that
not a
happen.
big deal. I just said. Okay, we can go on about this.
Anyways, so
This guy.
so I think that like I said, Ghost in the Shell, it was good. It wasn't good. And it could have been better, and I think like they missed a big opportunity to maybe elevate an Asian American woman in that role, and you at least wouldn't have to have that part, and you could just focus on making a better movie, and you didn't anyway. So
Okay, well
that
the
was
point
that.
is the movie wasn't. You said it wasn't that good. So
that was that. So
okay,
all right.
on.
So
moving on. Greg?
on. So I did get a chance to catch up. You've been wanting me to see King Kong, the Kong Skull Island. So I got a chance to check that out the other day. So
I did too.
So I say a little bit about that. I liked it.
I did
thought it
too.
was good. I was really surprised, man. I was really surprised. I thought it was good. I liked the cast they had.
Was it a diverse enough?
It was. That now that you're asking. No, look. I don't mind.
I'm just playing, bro. Yeah,
I'm watching movies, right?
I'm
So
just
watching
playing.
movies.
That doesn't bother you. I'm sorry to say.
Hold on. Watching movies. I obviously watch movies that the majority of movies have all white casts and all. So I like watching movies with everybody in it. Anyway, but it was a good thing to see a good diverse cast.
They had a diverse.
And Kong, it did have
Samuel
Samuel Jackson,
Yeah.
John C. Reilly, Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson.
Was it a dude from 24 that relaunched?
Yeah, Corey Hawkins.
Yeah.
He played in NWA movie.
Yeah.
And they had the guy who played Eazy-E was in there too. I forget his name.
Yeah,
He was in there too.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about Kong? If you really look at the cast, like
Yeah.
you have the two NWA actors, and then you had Samuel Jackson, who's Nick Fury. You had Brie Larson, who's going to be Captain Marvel. You had Tom Hiddleston, who's Loki, and you had I forget the Asian actress in the movie, but she was also in Age of Ultron Avengers. So that's it.
The reason why I was watching
I liked it.
when I was
It was a good
watching it,
movie.
I thought about you. I was like, yeah, he's gonna love this movie.
Yeah, I like diversity. I like diverse cast. It was a good movie though, and to me, Kong was one of
They
those
have
movies.
they have a little person in there. We gotta.
Hey, look.
we gotta get a little person. In there.
Look, Kong was one of those movies that if you want to go see a big gorilla tear stuff up, you gonna get it. There's monsters.
With a pretty good story, though. I thought the story
was good.
story
enough.
was good. Yeah,
Good enough as it needed to be, right?
Yeah, it was surprising. It was surprisingly a good movie. To me, I gave it about 2.5 stars.
It was good, man. I give it 3. It was exciting to me, man. It was an exciting little monster movie.
Yeah.
You want if I want to see King Kong, that's what I wanted to see.
Well, I've always liked Kong.
He's
I always
ripping
liked,
stuff up. He's tearing it up. That was as good as a Kong movie as
but
I could
they
get.
actually did a good job of giving the background. Movie.
Somebody said King Kong is a black man.
Well, okay.
All right, so we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it on that one.
But Kong, we said 2.5 stars.
Paris Davis said that.
Okay, Paris Davis.
Yeah, okay.
I like that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to move on. There's actually a couple of shows that we've been watching that we really want to get into.
I've been I was excited about these TV shows.
First one we're going to get into was 13 Reasons Why. It's a show on Netflix, and it's based on a 2007 novel written by Jay Asher. And
Excellent.
It deals with it's a difficult
Subject matter.
subject. It deals with a teenage girl who commits suicide, and there's a couple of her friends are discovering the reasons why she left. She left like a trail of breadcrumbs almost with these tapes, and somebody they're going to go about figuring out why this girl felt the need to take her life at such a young age in high school. Wow. This show, man. This show.
It starts off kind of, again, that's one of those, because it took me a good, I think, three episodes to really get into it like that. I thought when it started off, I was like, because the acting is a little bit saved by. I thought beginning state. Well, eventually the acting got a lot better. Kind of Saved by the Bellish a little bit to me. You know, because you had this little town that you don't know where the town is at. You know, just everything was kind of popcorn, candy. You know, kind of really clean. You know, it was really well. I thought, if anything, not so much the acting, but the story was really good. But, and it does show parallels because in high school, we all went through that.
It's tough.
You know what I'm saying?
I never want to go back. I never want to go back to high school.
I
man,
high school's out the hood.
High school's that's the thing. Some kids really love it and have this great experience.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, and I didn't have a terrible experience. It just kids.
College might have been a little bit better, but I thought high school. Yeah, I thought high school was pretty. High school was pretty fun.
And this one really shines a light on some of the problems that go on with teens, and that have always kind of persisted with teens throughout history, with the bullying and the just the different systems of the way people treat each other in school, and then the stuff that happens with girls and the pressures that happen with that. It really deals with it in a big way, and you can actually understand
it's really good.
The pressures that this girl and these other kids could have went through. So it was a really good show, and they had some good new actors. Dylan Minnette, Catherine Langford, I think, was playing Hannah. So they were really good. Derek Luke, Kate Walsh, they had a really good cast. It was really good acting. The show was good. The show was really good. It's tough, but let me just tell you, the thing about the show is 13 episodes of this girl just really going through it. So it's a tough watch.
I think the unfortunate thing is, I think we all seen this happen though.
Yeah. And we've heard about it.
And we heard about it. Some of us have been involved with it.
Yeah.
You know, on both sides, because it's really a story about. Sometimes as high school kids, you don't realize the effect that you have on other people.
Exactly.
And that's just the way it is.
And they don't know. They don't know. They're
really
kids.
They're kids.
They're kids, and they do and say dumb stuff. And unfortunately, it affects people in a big way sometimes, in a negative way. And then when somebody's just getting it piled on in so many different areas, it's a tough show.
I thought, though, that one of the things that we can talk about certain parts of this.
I don't want to spoil it.
I don't think we're gonna spoil it though.
Well, it depends on what you say. But go ahead.
Try not to give any like big time spoilers.
Don't give a plot point if you can.
I think when dealing with this I've dealt with Broad Scene. It deals with the lawsuit. The lawsuit is not a very big. It's not.
Okay, good.
Because it's pretty.
Okay, but what is it? Go ahead.
The issue I had with that lawsuit was that the parents really didn't look at themselves either on that. I thought it was too much.
I don't want to get into that too much.
No, but I just want to bring up points. I want to bring up points.
But that's something.
And I thought that it's unfortunate when anybody commits suicide or murdered or however. But I think a lot of times though we forget though that as parents, friends or anything, like we all play a part on that, and sometimes we have to kind of step and look in the mirror. And I thought that
I think they do.
It wasn't. It was like you also have to be somewhat involved with your child's life too, right? To a certain extent. Right. And there was a lot of things that were happening that were kind of just mirror images.
Maybe they didn't pay enough attention themselves.
They really didn't.
Right.
And so I thought that was.
They didn't address that as much. No, but I think that it did do a good job of everybody else doing a lot of self-reflecting on their part in that show. It's a good show. Check it out. 13 Reasons Why on Netflix.
4 stars.
4 stars, definitely. A great show, great acting,
we actually
great
agree on that. We really do agree on that.
And it's a tough watch, but it's worth it. And it's a good little mystery that goes on through it. And speaking of shows that have good little mysteries in it, it's our next show that we're going to be talking about. It's an HBO show that's also based off of a novel, Big Little Lies.
Oh, yeah.
That one just wrapped up. I think it was last week. They wrapped that up, so we finally get to talk about it as a whole. What we thought about it. I love this show.
Yeah, I did.
I
too.
thought it was
I
really
thought-
good. This show, it's a show about. It's a group of people. It's a group of people
Yeah.
that all kind of come together as their school parents, and it's kind of a community. It's kind of a higher, richer community in Southern California, and it's got an all-star cast that plays
Monterey.
the
Monterey.
the parents. Yeah. Nicole
Beautiful
Kidman,
city.
Reese Witherspoon, Shailene Woodley, Alexander Skarsgård, Zoe Kravitz, Laura Dern. Excellent cast, and they give you what you think, what you would get from that kind
Only
of a cast.
problem I had. The series it's a mini series.
It's a mini series. Oh, it's only
too
goes-
short though.
What was it?
Eight
episodes.
Eight episodes. It's too. Give me 12.
It's too short.
Give me
but
12.
I'd rather
Give me 12.
I'd rather it end
Damn.
short and sweet than go too far
Oh, wait,
and not.
Can I just add? You like the ending?
I love the ending.
Oh.
I love the ending. I thought the ending was great.
Rush for me.
It was rushed.
It was rushed.
It was
You know.
only 8 episodes.
Yeah, it could have been 12.
Maybe, but I don't know. I thought it gave you just enough, and there is a mystery that goes on within this thing. It's kind of there's a mystery, and it appears to be a murder mystery, and as it goes on, and it will keep you guessing all the way to the
favorite
end.
actors
Any
or
major actors in the show?
Yeah, I listed all of them.
Yeah,
Nicole Kidman,
I
Reese
thought
Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon was off.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese
I
Witherspoon was off
thought
the
she
hook.
was
She
great.
was off the hook.
And Nicole Kidman though. Nicole Kidman was
was-
oh my
yo,
god,
yeah.
man! You forget
Yeah.
how good of an actress she is.
Gosh, yes.
And man,
She's almost seemed like she's better in these type of roles.
A lot of these people, a lot of these actors are finding out that a lot of these shows on these networks
Well, it shows their
are
versatility.
Really, you get to develop a character more.
Exactly. You have a storytelling that can go along with your
Yeah.
character, which is just so paramount in a good TV show.
Yeah, and the show is good. It's really good, and
Zoe
all
was
the
good.
actresses. Zoe,
Zoe.
Kravitz, she's got a future,
my
a
goodness.
big future if she keeps it up.
Oh yeah,
she's
she was
in it,
really
too.
good, and yeah,
right.
it was.
That's an amazing show. I love it.
It was.
Big Little Lies. Check that out. It go on demand.
Now, okay, out of the two shows, which one is better?
Well, for me,
people want to.
For me, if I was gonna recommend one higher, it would be Big Little Lies, but not necessarily on the quality, just on the simple fact that there's a more positive message that comes out of Big Little Lies, and I think it's more about women and women unity, and that's something that I got more of a positive feeling for. So I'm not necessarily recommending it more on quality as it's better than. But I think 13 Reasons Why is a tougher watch. It's 13 episodes, and it's not very pleasant, and there's some major gut-wrenching, hard-to-watch things that happen throughout the show. So if I was going to recommend one first, it'd be Big Little Lies.
I thought The Therapist in Big Little Lies was really, really good.
The Therapist was great.
Really good. It was
good.
some really good.
It was good stuff, man. Just good stuff all the way around.
Really good scenes with her, and we have to mention that part because I think that's really key in this development of that story.
And Alexander Skarsgård, who played he played in True Blood, and he was in the recent Tarzan movie that came out, which was crap. But he's great. He's great in this one.
That Tarzan movie was good.
Jesus.
Wait, hold on.
We ain't got time for that.
out.
We ain't got time for that.
Wait, hold on.
But no,
You talking about the new Tarzan?
I'm talking about the newest Tarzan that had Sam Jackson in it and everything. No,
Am I
that was
the
not
only
good.
one?
All right, well,
I didn't see it.
we're not gonna.
Then what you you over here laughing like?
We don't have to.
You
do
know,
it.
wait, hold on.
Your reaction killed me. You were like, "Oh, I liked it."
I did. I didn't think it was bad at all.
Well, that's fine. And I want to keep it on Big Little Lies. That's a whole other discussion.
Okay,
I didn't love
whatever.
that one, but Alexander Skarsgård, he's great. In
I
this
gave
show.
the Tarzan 3 stars.
Woo! That's one for another time.
All right.
We're gonna get on that another time.
Okay, but anyways, yeah.
So Big Little Lies, though, it's a great show. If you got HBO on demand, or if you got Hulu, anything like that, you can stream it. Check it out.
Yeah,
it's a
definitely.
great show.
You guys definitely need
great
to
show,
check
and,
that out.
and it'll keep you guessing the whole way through, and you're gonna like it. It's really good, and it's good for women. I think it's a really good show for
empowerment.
For women.
Yeah,
definitely. So that brings us to our final.
Now we get to the good
discussion of the day.
stuff.
Final discussion of the day. We just got through talking about a show that showcased some really great acting.
Yep.
Some really great
And none of them made
actresses.
it. It shows you how the bar is set with us. None of them made the damn list.
We have a list of actors and actresses that we want to talk about, and we want to give our opinion and see what you guys' opinion is too about who you think are the best actors that are active in movies right now. So I'm not talking about somebody all time who was out long time, or Marlon Brando or something like that. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about somebody who's come out recently with the movie. We're talking about the best top 5 actors that we can watch in movies right now. So we're gonna go with the list. I'll start it off with my number 5 pick on my list. And remember, there's a lot of actors, so not everybody's gonna make this list. There's too many actors to give a top 5 spot to. So on my top 5 list, though, number 5 for me is Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think Leonardo DiCaprio, he's one of the best actors. I think he'll go down as one of the best ones ever. I've never seen him in a role where he didn't bring 110%. He's always good. Every single time he's a show stealer if he's not the main character, like in Django or something like that. He's always Wolf of Wall Street. He was great.
Yeah, he was good.
The Revenant, which he finally won his Best Actor award
Should've
for,
won a long time
was
ago.
amazing. You can go back to Catch Me If You Can, Gangs of New York. The Aviator, Departed. Blood Diamond. There's Leonardo DiCaprio never leaves you wanting more from his.
Terry, let me ask you, because he's on my list too, and he's, yeah. What do you think was his best role?
That he ever did. His best
I think
work
Wolf of Wall Street
ever.
was off the hook.
The Wolf of Wall Street, he was amazing in, but the Aviator, he was really great in that
He
movie.
was good.
Man. I don't know, the Aviator, he was so good. But it's really.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really
He's so
splitting hairs.
consistently.
He's so good.
He's so consistently good. It's
Right.
almost scary. Like, he probably should be like number 1. But
No,
it's just,
I got some that are
I'm
other.
actually shocked.
Do you think he's too low on my list?
5 is.
But that's it. But that
He's
speaks
fourth,
more
man.
that speaks more of the strength of the.
he's
of
just
the
his
actors.
stuff is just good. Yeah.
So what do you got on number 5?
Christian Bale, man.
Christian Bale, Batman, The Dark Knight.
That's my. He killed it.
Christian Bale.
Recently, that was.
Christian Bale recently
He was just in something.
uh,
Can't think of it.
now that you put me on the spot, it's tough. But
Yeah.
he was great in the boxing movie. What was it called? The Fighter.
The Fighter.
With Mark Wahlberg. He
Yeah.
was great in that. He was good in all the Batman movies, of course. He was good in the
His first movie, and I'm trying to
American
think,
Psycho.
American Psycho
Amazing.
was classic.
Amazing.
Amazing work.
yeah.
Plays the serial Wall Street killer.
Christian-
Wall Street slash serial killer. That's a cold.
Christian Bale's good in anything not called Terminator. So that was terrible. But other than that, Christian Bale's amazing.
Yeah, that wasn't a great role for him.
Yeah.
but
So-
he's pretty consistent though.
Christian Bale's good in everything, man. Every time he steps on the screen, I'm trying to. What is his latest movie though? Why am I not? Because he was great in The Prestige. Remember that one with with Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, that was good.
He was amazing. So yeah, Christian Bale, that's a good one. So number 4 on my list, Kate Blanchett. Now Kate Blanchett to me is one of those another ones. Like I said about Leonardo DiCaprio, she's going to be one of those actresses that goes down as an all-time great actress. She's always good in everything she's ever been in. She had she was in the Queen movie where she was playing Elizabeth, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm.
She was great in that. And that movie wasn't that good, but she was great in that. She was also I think she was in the Aviator where she played Hepburn. She was great in that.
She is a solid.
Every time she's on the screen, she's good. I can't wait to see her. She's gonna be in the new
She seems
Thor
to always
movie.
really pick her
she's amazing.
roles though.
She does.
She doesn't really play in like a lot of stuff.
Well, but she's always good. So
No,
she's always
she's
good. So
consistently,
to me, every time she's on the screen, she burns it up. She's amazing. So I can't wait to see her in Thor later on this year. So what's your number 4?
Leonardo
DiCaprio. So we got him in there. So Leonardo. So what would you say his best role was? I said I think it was Aviator. You said it was Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I thought it was outstanding.
Yeah.
Just knowing about the guy because he actually brought life to that character. That was that
Yeah.
movie was like, damn. You watch it. It's not really a lot going on, but he brings that energy.
He kills it.
He just
He's
kills it. It was
amazing
like
the whole way through.
It was like he was just made for that particular role. He was really good in that.
Blue Jasmine, yeah, Joseph Higgins. Thank you. I was actually thinking about that. Blue Jasmine, she's amazing in that movie. Kate Blanchett, that's another one.
Wow, I forgot
if
about that one.
anybody ever seen Blue Jasmine, go back and watch.
When did that come
Kate
out?
Blanchett.
Give us
That was
a quick,
like 2 or 3
quick
years
bio
ago.
of what that movie is about, real quick.
It's like it's hard to explain, but it's a wife who has problems with her husband and her
Lots of
life, and I don't want to give talking about it. We're really kind of give it away, but she's amazing in the movie.
Yeah,
it's a drama.
It's a drama,
and
it's kind of
the
starts
emotions that
really slow though. Whoa.
Right, but
Starts
it
so
picks
slow.
up, and the emotions that she can evoke and make you feel when she's on the screen is amazing. But anyway, my number 3 actor, and this might surprise this guy because he's my number 3 and not number 1 with a bullet, Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington is my number 3 actor because Denzel, still to this day, no matter what Denzel is in, he's always going to elevate it. Even if the movie's not that good, a Magnificent Seven or something like that, Denzel is going to elevate it.
He didn't elevate that movie.
He elevated it from what it could have been.
That movie was garbage.
It was better because of him.
It's more like a star power type thing.
Look, Denzel, look like a movie like The Book of Eli or something like that. It would have been crap all the way around.
Well, the Book of Eli was such an interesting.
But what I'm saying is though, the Equalizer, Man on Fire, these are
Equalizer.
These are movies.
To me, his great movies are really great.
But these are
Man on Fire. To me, is his best role.
Right, but
imagine that movie.
Imagine it without him. It wouldn't have been a regular action movie.
You could have put Brad Pitt in it.
Denzel Washington, and then he's working Fences, he's working Flight most recently, and I mean
Flight was good.
These are recent Denzel movies. I can go way back in the past, but no, I'm trying to stick with the current stuff. He's still bringing it every day. In Fences, he was this close to winning the best actor this year, so he's still on the list of the best guys in the game right now to me. That's why he made my list at number 3. Denzel.
Mine was Sanaa Lathan, number 3.
Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah.
Sanaa Lathan.
Sure.
That's high. She beat Leonardo DiCaprio.
She's outstanding actress.
And Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah.
I mean, Brown Sugar. I love her in Brown Sugar, man. I wanted
to. Basketball?
I love her. I loved her. I loved her.
Okay,
it's some Brown Sugar. I'm just saying, they're better than DiCaprio.
Listen, I had to think about
Christian Bale?
I did.
You sure that ain't like a thing? Like you sure the Brown Sugar ain't what you think
her
about?
new show too. Have you watched the new show she's in?
Is it the cop show?
It's a cop show.
The cop show. Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. She's good in that.
Really good.
She's good in that.
Yeah.
But number 3.
I did.
All right. That's wow.
So nah.
Okay. Well. All right. So number 2, and now I realize when I say this, the latest one that he's been in was about 4 years ago now, but he's still active. So I have to give him, because until he says he's retired and he's not making anything, I think he is. He's up for a couple of roles right now. I got to put him on there. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Whatever movie he's up for next, he's gonna win an Oscar for because he's that good. That's every single time he on the screen is an Oscar-worthy performance. Whether you're talking about Gangs of New York, whether you're talking about There Will Be Blood, whether you're talking about Lincoln. Every time he's in front of a camera, there's nobody that can touch him. Daniel Day-Lewis is
he might have made Gangs of New York. He might have made
that, but that he did. I didn't really like Gangs of New York until then, but Joseph Higgins said you're tripping about something.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say you put her over Taraji.
Number 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, she's way better than that.
Anyway, but back to Daniel Day-Lewis though. Anytime he's on the screen, he's amazing. And Lincoln, just the fact that you actually think about the fact that no one's actually ever really seen footage of Abraham Lincoln. But if you watch the movie Lincoln, you'd swear to God that that's exactly how that guy was.
Like him.
But the voice that he gave him, the mannerisms that he gave him, you think like
his mannerism was on point.
You think like I actually saw Abraham Lincoln at one point, and that's because you watched it. Daniel Day-Lewis is phenomenal, and he's gonna be
another one. He's selective in
his role. Very selective.
So man,
he's gonna go down as one of the greatest actors that ever lived. And he's already close on my list.
Man, yeah.
Daniel Day, number 2 on my list.
We just need more work.
What do you got on number 2? Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I like Tom Hardy.
That's not a bad pick. Tom Hardy. So
Batman.
What was it? What would you say was Tom Hardy's best work, like ever, that you'd say for Tom Hardy?
Man, what is it?
He was recently on the show Taboo that was on FX.
Yeah, that was kind of.
He was great though.
Yeah, he was
great. The show was kind of off, but
kind of off. What's Tom Hardy's first movie?
His first movie?
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a lot of movies.
No, I'm just thinking.
Bronson was the one that.
Bronson's crazy.
If you've ever seen, now you want to see somebody who just goes completely nuts and just brings you to crazy. I don't know if anybody ever has. Watch Tom Hardy and Bronson. He is.
That's on.
Scary.
I think that's a Netflix.
But Revenant was his. Revenant was the other one where he was up for best supporting actor.
Yeah, he was good.
He's always good.
Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah,
Tom Hardy is good.
Yeah, Revenant. He was.
If they'd have let him be the main bad guy in the Batman, it would have been so much better.
Yeah,
remember when Bane? Because his first parts as Bane is just so great.
Like
when he gives his speech, the one that Donald Trump stole a little while ago. But anyway, we'll go. Yeah. We'll keep it going from there. But yeah, Tom Hardy's a great pick. All right, so my number one actor/actress in the game right now is the one and only Meryl Streep. And just like Daniel Day-Lewis, until she's out and says I'm not making movies anymore, she's always going to threaten to be the best in the game, because Meryl Streep is a legend, a bona fide living Hollywood legend. Every time she's been in front of the camera, almost, she's knocked it out of the park. And recently, even, she keeps it going. Whether it's Deborah Wills Prada, she's great in that. Was the Iron Woman, or the Florence Foster Jenkins that she's just been. Every time she's in there, she just kills it. Meryl Streep is just on another level, and I think like
she's another one. Though, recently,
she just made Florence Foster Jenkins was nominated for best actress.
I'm talking like even before that. What was it?
She won Best Actress for the Iron Woman just a few years ago. I mean, she's going. I mean, she's going. She's still going. She's going to be in a movie later on this year. Steven Spielberg is going to direct a film with her and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, you're right. Warrior was the one I like.
That one is going to be great.
Warrior was.
Warrior.
Yes,
what are you talking about? Let everybody know what you're talking about.
No, for Tom Hardy.
Right, you didn't say that. Tom Hardy, Warrior. Yeah. He was good in that one too. But no, back to Meryl Streep though. Okay. Later on this year, she's going to kill it again, and she'll probably be nominated for Oscar again because later on this year there's going to be a movie with her and Tom Hanks, directed by Steven Spielberg. So watch out for that. But Meryl Streep, my top actress in the game right now, that's currently still active. Who's your number one?
It's Denzel.
Denzel.
And I've been kind of
the number one. Yeah, the guy you give me stuff for all the time. You tell me all the time. Denzel.
But The Equalizer was off the hook. I like Man on Fire was just crazy.
What was it with the recent stuff though? Like what is the recent? The recent. I mean, Fences. Magnificent Seven.
I didn't like.
You didn't like Magnificent, but Fences. He was nominated. I mean, he was great. I mean,
it was a boring movie.
He's the number one guy, though.
He is my number one guy because I like about 7 of his movies. Probably one of my all-time favorites.
He's great.
He's great.
Yep, that's it for
Denzel
our list.
And Meryl.
Meryl Streep to me, right there.
I was just kind of playing about some. No, I had to go there though, man. It's just
no. You just love him some.
Okay, how about some honorable mentions, man? Let's get.
Who did you get for honorable mentions?
I had Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle is great. He'd make a bigger list of mine if it was going to go higher up.
Well, if he had
Brad Pitt would make a list of mine.
No, not
Brad Pitt.
Well, recently,
recently,
Brad Pitt has been as consistent as you guys.
I think Brad Pitt's always good. I disagree. I think he's always good.
I think he's sort of.
Name the last 2 or 3 movies that you liked of his recently.
He was good in the movie with him and Marion Cotillard, the spy movie.
The spy movie?
Aligned. He was good in that.
That was not.
I didn't say it was a great movie. I said he was good in it. I think Brad Pitt is always good.
I think you guys both made a smart pick and not putting him on the top 5.
I didn't put him. He would have made the top 5. He would have made the top 5, but I think he's always good.
You agree with Denzel number one?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I just think Denzel. Now, granted, he's got to.
Throw some other names out. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Huh?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
What? What the hell you spin here? Hold on, you spin on brother.
It's his name. Chiwetel Ejiofor, 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, yeah.
Your main brother.
Yeah, but he hasn't really. He hasn't been a
leading role.
Leading role. He's been supporting.
We did not say he had to be a leading role. We just said top actors and actresses in the game, and I said if it was an honorable mention,
he has to be more of a lead. That's the reason.
Why? I don't have to be. He doesn't have to be a leading role.
That's the reason why we're saying it. I mean, are we going all just anything?
You just said an honorable mention. I'm giving an honorable mention.
Okay, well, I'm saying honorable mention, a leading role. Don Cheadle would be my top 5.
He was nominated for best actor for best leading actor for 12 Years a Slave.
Okay, what else has he been in? He's been.
He was good in the Doctor Strange a little bit that came out. He was good in that one.
He wasn't the main person.
Benedict Cumberbatch. We didn't say that. Okay, we said who's the best actor actresses.
I have Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker's not all. He's a character actor. He's always mostly the side character in the movie.
Well,
don't try to tell me I can't.
You compare Forrest Whitaker to your guy right there?
I didn't say that, but you said he had to be a main dude. He didn't have to be a main dude. Jennifer Lawrence is good. Joseph Higgins. Jennifer Lawrence is good.
She's
not. She can make a bigger list. If honorable mention, we're just throwing names out there of people who we think is good. Jennifer Lawrence would be good. Matthew McConaughey.
Recently, yeah.
Recently, he's been tearing it up.
He has been tearing it up.
Watch Matthew McConaughey in True Detective on HBO.
I put him on Brad
right now, he's elevated his game.
He's great. I mean, Dallas Buyers Club. I mean, Matthew McConaughey is phenomenal.
Matthew McConaughey is really good.
Jessica Chastain. She was in the Zero Dark 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she was with Matthew McConaughey in what was the
would she be considered on this list?
We're just talking.
I'm
about
not saying even. Okay.
I said an honorable mention. Somebody who would throw a name out. If I'm throwing names out, people that are great actors, actresses right now, I put a name. Eddie Redmayne is another guy who put out there right now. Eddie Redmayne, Benedict Cumberbatch. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. The Cumberbatch. And watch him on Sherlock. You can watch him all day long. Idris Elba would have made a.
Idris,
Idris, is it Idris or Idris?
Idris.
It's Idris? Okay.
But
he'd make a bigger list. He would have made a top 10 of mine for sure. So
he's another one. I kind of want to see him in more stuff.
Right. But I mean, he's great.
Last honorable mention.
That's
No. You got any more? There's a lot of them that we.
I mean, there's a lot of guys. Javier Bardem. That's another one. Tom Hardy.
No, Tom Hardy was I picked.
Oh no, I meant Tom Hiddleston is what I was meaning.
Oh yeah,
Tom Hiddleston.
Isn't he the new James Bond?
There's rumors. That's not confirmed yet.
Yeah.
That's not. It's still Craig is still in there. Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig would have made
Daniel Craig. Yeah.
He'd make a bigger list of mine.
One of the best movies. What was it the first movie?
Naomi Rapace. I love her. Michael Fassbender. Oh man,
you missed that.
Oh yeah, he'd make a top 10 of mine for sure. Michael Fassbender is amazing. And anybody hasn't seen a movie called Shame, do yourself a favor and go watch it. Shame.
Yeah.
Michael, how he did not get nominated for this movie called Shame that came out a few years ago. I have no idea. Watch Michael Fassbender.
That's the reason why.
You look at the best picture nominees this year. Most people didn't see a lot of those movies.
Moonlight. From Moonlight?
Marshall Ali. We're going to do a list in a couple of weeks where we're going to be talking about the best up-and-coming actors, and he's going to be on that list.
Oh, he's going to be number one.
Marshall Ali is great. So that's going to be it for today, though. Next week, we will be back. We're going to be back next week, and we're going to have a review of The Fate of the Furious, which I personally can't wait to see. You don't really have too high hopes of it.
Listen, it's not going to be good, but hey.
We're going to be back. We're going to tell you about it.
How do they change? Can we talk about this for a second? How do they change from just being like car racers to like basically FBI agents or informants?
Because it's better movies that way. It's better movies. They do more stuff now.
Is Vin Diesel a good actor?
I want to see. He's better when he's Groot.
That last Triple X.
I am Groot.
And this was cold about it. I watched the whole day.
The Triple X.
So
you
bad.
do better than me. I couldn't even review that.
It was so bad. It was so bad that Ice Cube was a better actor than
What you mean? Ice Cube was a better actor. All right, you guys. That's it for today. We'll be back next week with Fate of the Furious. And until then, thank you guys for watching.